Guys, we're gonna have a brand new guaranteed legendary event starting this Thursday in just 2 freaking days. Now, funny enough, yesterday we thought that we're gonna have a pretty uneventful week, nothing special happening, but Plarium decided to surprise us and they brought in a guaranteed legendary event through a pair of light events. Sorry. I'm quickly going to walk you through the details. We're gonna talk about the champion. Personally, I want to get a champion. Personally, I have no freaking resources to get the champion. So you guys get the drill, right? Because it will require us to summon as usual. But let's quickly talk about the event. I think it caught a lot of us off guard. I wish I would have saved the other two sacreds that I wasted throughout the weekend. And I got nothing. But I tried to get the same champion that we have as guaranteed. This Thursday, July 17th, they are planning to launch the Path of the Lost event, where you'll have a chance to get the legendary champion Balar the Lost and other valuable goodies. You will be able to earn points by summoning champions from shards, unfortunately not soulstones because I'm definitely prepared with that one, and getting artifacts and accessories. Now, in order for you to get a lot of points through farming artifacts and accessories, you will have to basically burn 20, 30, 40, 50k energy, okay? Which is really not easy to acquire considering the energy offers are absolute dog shit, right? But this time around, Sacred Shards might be actually cheaper than the energy. I'm still not recommending you to buy Sacred Shards because I'm watching you guys. That's the worst deal in the game, and you're a clever person. You shouldn't be doing that mistake. A bad deal, basically. The rewards you can earn from this event include legendary champion Balar the Lost and his 5-star perfect soul, avatar, and rare epic legendary and mythical twisted horns to craft relics in the forge. Mythical materials. I knew it. I've told you guys that they are definitely going to do something like that. And unfortunately, even though I knew it, I'm caught off guard. And that's mainly because I had to go for the summoning event, right? To get a fragments. But the ancient shards really do not give a lot of points. I'm close to the mercy. I'm not sure if they're going to do a 15x. Hopefully, if they do, they will put Fina in from the high elves. That might make me feel good. If not, I'm really not sure how I'm going to complete this with 2 sacred shards and 3 voids, right? I definitely do not buy sacred shards. Another thing that I'm praying is the RNG Jesus and clan boss RNG to drop me a few sacreds. Come on, game. 2 sacred shards. Give me 2. Okay, none here. One. None here. Damn it. 2 here. I know you can do it. None here. Oh, that's an HP with speed and defense. I'll keep that one. And 1 here. Let's go. RNG Jesus. Sweet. Maybe you can give me 20 more by Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Maybe it's going to go through Sunday as well. And then I'll be able to basically get the hero path done. Now, the good thing is that the Doom Tower resetted, guys, but you need 9 more days to get to the Sacred Shard, which is just not going to be possible, unfortunately. But leaving all that on the side, let's quickly talk a bit about Balar. What you can do with him, is he actually worth it? Okay, so that's the main thing. Now, the problem is the following. I want to get the mythical materials for the relic. I know it's a lot of RNG, but getting that freaking crown relic is more important to me than getting Balar. Period. Balar is a great champion. He's guaranteed. You would know for a fact that you're gonna get him from the event. If I go for the mythical materials, which most likely will be very expensive and probably they're gonna make them so they're out of the way from Balar, there's a lot of RNG. It's only not a 20% chance because you have a 20% chance to get a mythical artifact. From that 20%, you have a 50-50 chance to get the event relics or the standard ones. And then from there, you will have a 25% chance, or yeah, there are basically 4 relics in total. So you have a 25% chance out of the 20% chance to get that crown, okay? A lot of RNG. Now, if I would go for Balar, I would know for a fact what I'm getting, and I would be able to complete more trials and get more mythical materials from the Chimera. Basically, the whole thing with him, he brings a lot of important things for the Chimera in terms of trials. You have the poison sensitivity, the shield that he puts on himself, you have the leech, you have the instantly activates all poisons, attacks one enemy, before attacking, buffs increased accuracy, which is really helpful, puts decreased resistance on the target, once again, really helpful for trials, and will put 3 poisons on the enemy as well. So a poison detonator. Not only good for Chimera, right? Because he will be effective in other content too. Unfortunately, their meta is not really here. It's long gone. So poison detonation is not something that you're going to be like, oh my god, so much freaking damage. They're so good in that dungeon, etc. Not really. The passive will increase this champion's ignore defense effect by 1% for each poison debuff instantly activated by this champion, stacking up to 20%. Which means that, theoretically, you could make this champion ignore 100% of the target's defense in the Chimera. You're gonna put a Cat's Gaze, you're gonna put a Merciless set, you're gonna get this 20% from here. At some point, hopefully, a 6-star Crushing Rend, a Hand Smasher, and you're pretty much there, right? Which should enable him to do good damage. Now, one of the cons with him, you need another damage dealer in the team. He's just not going to be able to carry your team to top chest on its own. Unless, maybe, if you're running a team with Cena from the Dwarves, which will boost the Thermitter so much that he will just take tons and tons of turns, which will effectively enable you to do enough damage with him on its own. But from my experience, from the testing that I've done on the champion, you really need to build the whole team around him and somehow fit in a second damage dealer just to have a smooth run. Now, that is not necessarily the biggest problem. The main problem with him is that he self-buffs, debuffs. He's not going to support your team in any way, okay? So it will be a bit harder to build that perfect team. Not impossible, okay? So overall, yes, I would love to get the champion from the guaranteed event. Now, a lot of people probably don't really care about going in manually to complete all of those freaking trials in the Chimera, going through the pain and misery. So for a lot of you guys, honestly, he might not really be worth it. At least as he is at the moment. As a poison detonator, maybe in the future, some of the content will be more relevant, and that meta might return one day. We don't really know it. But if you don't really want him for the Chimera, or you don't really want him to just collect all of the Pokemons, I really think that he might not be worth it on your account. Like, he's not doing stupid damage to be like a must-have. He does bring buffs and debuffs that are important to the Chimera rather than some other content. And yes, it might be fun to have a poison detonator, but they are really not that important in today's meta. They're decent progression-wise with good gear as well. So it's not like you're going to equip trash gear on them and just go and do crazy damage like with an enemy max HP champion, because that won't be the case. Either way, do let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you interested to go and try and get Balar? Probably the majority of you guys will be in the same situation. No freaking resources to get a hero pet done. But I will still try to get it done. I'm quickly gonna... Ooh, so close with my Faction Wars mythical materials. 5 more, guys. 5 more. And I'm gonna get that freaking relic for the faction that boosts stats based on what champions you're using. I'm actually looking forward to that. Let's quickly gamble the materials that I have from here. So that is from Faction Wars, which is good. I have some from the clan right here. Nothing juicy. It is from the same group, though. Are we gonna get some from the Chimera? Yeah, it is from the Chimera. Damn. Seems like that 50-50 chance doesn't exist. I wish they would remove that 50-50 chance because it really makes no absolutely sense considering how hard it is to accumulate these freaking materials. Standard group from epic materials. It sucks though. And Chaos Awakes. Maybe my mythical awaits for me here. At least is one from the Chaos Awakes. But these ones, I cannot wait to actually open them. Either way, guys, that was all for this video. I will be doing an ultimate guide on the Chimera, okay? So I actually had that in plan for today, but I will release that video probably tomorrow. I've done a video talking about the changes to the Chimera the other day, and for my surprise, a lot of people said that the Chimera became much harder for them. So I'm basically going to do a guide step by step on how to build your team, how to use your team, and how to try and counter all of the effects that the Chimera brings to the table. To basically enable your team to survive longer, deal more damage, do more trials, etc. So definitely stay tuned for that as well. As usual, much love, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.